audio. Voice is all the way up. I don't know, for some reason I found him a little lower than I would like. Actually, no, let me put that back up. I don't need footsteps. And I think the music's fine. But I'll lower it a little bit just in case. Huh. Well, I apologize if some dialogue may be difficult to hear. I do have the voices all the way up, but I do have subtitles as well. Alright then. So I assume that's the Earth Stone, like I said. You know, I've been playing way too much Borderlands 2 lately. I forget that the sprinting does not work exactly the same. So I'll have to get used to that all over again.
You there. You don't seem to be in quite the same state as the others here. Very interesting. May I ask what it is you're doing here?
Loot. I'm looking for someone named Mirak.
Mirak. It sounds
Mirak,
familiar,
whatever.
And yet I can't quite place... Oh, wait, I recall. But that makes very little sense. Mirak's been dead for thousands of years.
What does that mean?
I'm not sure. But it is fascinating, isn't it?
I'm enthralled.
Perhaps it has some relation to what's going on here. Quite unexpected. I'm afraid I can't give you any answers, but there are ruins of an ancient temple of Mirax toward the center of the island. If I were you, I'd look there.
Okay, what are these people doing?
Building something, clearly. And yet they don't seem to have much to say about it. I'm very interested to find out what happens when they finish.
Huh. Have you tried to stop this?
Certainly not. Doing so would interfere with whatever is going on, and I would be unable to see how this all turns out.
What can you tell me about Morrowind?
There is the big island of Ardenfell and the coastal mainland. House Telvanni has its properties on Vardenfell. I've never been to the mainland myself.
Okay. But apparently I can select that again.
When the city of Vivek was destroyed, it took decades for us to rebuild. We are still but a shadow of our glorious past, but someday we will rise again.
Oh, he still has more to say.
The ignorant think it is only a place of ash and lava. It has rolling green plains and swamps and verdant hills, too.
Emphasis on had, maybe?
It's the homeland of the Dunmer. The lesser races call us Dark Elves. We built great works there, like Vivek and Aldrun. Many of them are destroyed now, either by Red Mountain or the Argonian invasion.
Huh, okay.
Red Mountain dominates the island. Every now and then, ash and debris from an eruption land on our shores.
More.
You are too young to remember the Nerevarine. He defeated Degothur and saved us all from the Blight. It is the only place where silt striders can be found. Although I managed to transplant a few here when I arrived.
Alright, that's all of it.
Are we done? I thought so.
Yeah. So I guess that was a nice little bit of lore stuff for the people who never played Morrowind. Like me. I'm a bad person, I know.
By night, we reclaim.
What is this?
What's feed?
That seems inadvisable.
Oh, okay.
By touching the stone,
Stop it.
you are
What are you doing?
so you are able to resist the effect by exerting your will.
He's ever near to us.
I would not advise touching the stone again. The effects of repeated contact could be... Unless, of course, you'd like to contribute to my investigation. It could be very enlightening to observe you.
Once we're idle.
I don't know if I want to do that. What do you have to say for yourself?
Now through them does he speak.
Fascinating.
And when the world shall...
So apparently something's going on that's turning everybody into like mindless drones. And they don't remember anything. The hell. Alright then. I keep forgetting this is not Borderlands. You can't strafe and sprint at the same time. What's this? That didn't look like a manor. It looked like a hut. Oh, unless most of it's underground, that would make sense. I'm already tempted to steal everything. Who are you?
Always a pleasure to watch when a man like you walks by.
Do you know someone named Mirak?
That's not someone who lives in Raven Rock, I don't think. But it sounds so familiar.
Is he somewhere else on Solstheim? Jesus Christ.
Maybe. I can't help but think of some sort of temple on the island. Why would that be?
I don't know.
Don't stay away for too long.
Now, I have a mod that actually sorts stuff. But I don't think it would work for Dragonborn books that may give you quests.
It's lonely out here, you know.
Not sure.
On this remote island.
My husband Bendel feared visitors would shun Raven Rock. I'm glad to see he was mistaken.
Do you know someone named called Mirak?
Mirak. I'm sure I've heard that name before. Haven't I? Was it in a dream?
Nobody knows.
May your path be free from danger.
Alright, what's down here? Any awesome stuff for me to steal? Because I will. I'm leader of the Thieves Guild, you know. None of your valuables are safe. I have no problem stealing certain items. Even though I generally try to be a good guy in games. But not in this one. Ooh. That's what I'm talking about. Nobody's around. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Dump. Give me that. Delicious. Oh, man. I'll take all of these, thank you. Ash yam? That doesn't sound particularly appetizing. I also have no problem stealing gold, even though I have 58,000. I'm such a douche. I definitely have no problem stealing soul gems. Yeah, this stuff doesn't look special. Alright, see ya. Thanks for the load of soul gems. What the hell? Ah, there's Vardenfell. What is this? Abandoned building. Sounds mysterious. Confessions of a Dunmer skooma eater? What the hell? Yeah, if you want to read through these things, feel free to pause. But, that's way too much reading for me. I don't do that. What's this? No quests from this thing. Yeah, Barrel usually only has, like, food stuff, and I don't really care about food. Alright, let's continue searching around here, see if people have any side quests for me.
How do you feel? I think you might be sick.
Am I? God damn it. Do you know someone called Mirak?
I don't think so, though it sounds like a name I've heard before.
Could you tell me anything about him?
I hear that name, and I see a temple here on Solstheim. What could that mean?
I don't know. Where do you learn your alchemy skills?
After we left Morrowind, we found ourselves in Skyrim. We wandered around a bit and ended up in Morthal, where we took up temporary residence with Lami, the town's alchemist. I was fascinated by her work, and over a period of a few years, she taught me quite a bit.
Why'd you leave Morthal?
It wasn't long before we became homesick. We were the only Dunmer in Morthal. When word reached us that a settlement of Dunmer was forming on Solstheim, we were thrilled. It's been difficult, but I'm not regretting it one bit. In fact, I'm glad we've been able to stay and help.
Cool. How has Raven Rock needed your help?
As you can imagine, the eruption of the Red Mountain took an awful toll on Solstheim. Hunting for game has been scarce, and the waters are apparently too tainted for fishing. According to Councillor Morvain, my husband's been Raven Rock's most important food source for decades.
Really? You're selling quite a few exotic ingredients?
Yes, I'm proud to say that I grow or harvest most of it myself. I only wish I had a better source for netch jelly. Those creatures are difficult to track down since it's so dangerous beyond the bulwark.
I could gather some for you.
That would be splendid. I'd be more than happy to give you something for the effort.
Cool. Alright, it's enough.
Careful with those netches. They may look tame, but they can seriously hurt you when threatened.
I'm level 42, I'm not worried. So yeah, a lot of people might find going through all the dialogue and stuff to be boring, but I love it. It's good stuff.